So good afternoon YouTube. Well, this morning we took ourselves out on a small trip, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, to a place right up in the mountain. Seriously, it's always mountains here, but it's seriously steep. It's a good job we got the 250 because the old 125 which just stood there, or the 150 I had a couple of years ago, just wouldn't have done it with both of us. On 250 just takes it in its stride. I'm really impressed with the Rusi Classic 250. It just does everything I ask of it. Anyway, we went up really steep mountain roads for 10 kilometres. It took up the mountain itself. So we left we left Bayambon and headed towards Ambaguio, and it just climbs for 10 kilometres. It was amazing. When we got up there, the views, as you'll see in a minute, the views are stunning. It's for paragliding, but there was nobody doing it. I think they would have been doing it on the weekend. We were going to go yesterday. We thought it's just going to be too busy because it was another beautiful day like it is today. We thought it was just going to be too busy yesterday, so by the time we had time for it, it would have been afternoon or lunchtime. Time's getting on and it's getting really hot. So we went first thing this morning. We got up there for about, I'm trying to think now, we must have been up there for about 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. We stopped up there for an hour or two. I met, somebody shouted at me hello from a distance as we were up there at the top of the different platforms, different viewpoints and everything, and somebody shouted hello. And it was an American, but Mike was his name. And yeah, we were talking for about half an hour about our situations and everything. It's quite nice to meet people that you can actually stand and have a good chat with. A nice bloke, got on really well. So he is flying back to the USA the same day as I'm flying back to the UK. He plans on coming back, I think, eventually to sort of live here sort of part-time, sort of what I do, I suppose, really. I'm not sure full-time, am I? Not at the moment, I'm not. And I was just giving him some tips, telling him where we've been last week. You know, our trip to the north and everything, all the different places, which has convinced me I found somewhere I'd like to retire to. So yeah, he was happy for the tips. I gave him a tip about how to apply for his Filipino driving license and so on, because I've been through all the process. It's his first time here, so yeah, just generally chatting and giving him some good advice, I suppose. I got on really well. So stupidly enough, we didn't swap details. So I know the place where he's staying. I know the town he's staying. Again, that's about an hour and a half from here. So yeah, you never know. We might run into each other again. So if you're watching this, Mike, by any chance, here I am. You know where to find me now. But I doubt that very much. You wouldn't know to see me on here. So anyway, that's it. Just enjoy the video and speak to you soon. So we've made it to Ambaguio, paragliding in Ambaguio, Nueva Vizcaya. It's only about an hour from where we live, hour and a half maybe. The mountains, I don't know how much you can see this. Zoom in a bit. It's not clear as I'd like it to be today, but still, I don't know if you can see this, but the views are amazing. Let's go over the other side. So this is where they would jump off. This is the actual places. It's a pity there's nobody actually paragliding today because we could sit and watch it. It's a pity. They might do later in the day. How's it going? We're going to have a bit of a drink, a bit of a rest, and make our way back down. Really steep.